What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today we're going to start off by turning in the Lucas Torreira SBC, and then secondly we're going to be building I'm going to be showing you guys my brand new Premier League squad. I thought I was going to play a lot this weekend league with the French squad. After that first game, I was just like, I don't want to play with this squad. I actually don't know what I want to do with a squad on this account right now. We're back in a position where we've just got so many good untradeable cards. With FUTMAS being released, it leads the question. Let's turn this Torreira in first of all. By the way, in terms of Torreira, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think anyone really should do it. Like he is relatively cheap. You know, his SBC isn't like hyper expensive or anything. It's like 25k, Gomez 80k, Zaha 75k, and with Zaha you can turn in a FUT Champions card, so you could actually make it like way cheaper for yourself, depending on if you've got a really good FUT Champions card that you don't mind throwing away. I don't think this Torreira SBC is worth it. You know, you're turning in an 83 rated squad for an 82 rated card. There's two reasons why I'm doing it. Number one, I'm an Arsenal fan. And number two, this is a first owner SBC. And although this card isn't great, it's not bad, it's not great, but I just wanted this on this account. You know, for me, I think we've done every single Arsenal card so far that's come out as a special card. Mkhitaryan we did, Torreira we've now done, Aubameyang we did. If there were any more, I'm pretty sure that we did those too. Let me have a look if we did have any more Arsenal SBC cards that we did. So Aubameyang we did. Socrates isn't an SBC, but his upgrade is... does he get upgraded? No, yeah, he gets upgraded. Wait, why didn't he get upgraded yet? The 86 Socrates. Is that a live item, or was that a team... That is a live item, isn't it? I wonder why that hasn't been upgraded yet, or has it? And I've just not seen it. But anyway, maybe Footbin's just a bit behind with the upgrades, because Mkhitaryan has been upgraded and they don't have that. So Lucas Torreira there is done for us dudes. But yeah, I've done every single league SBC so far. I have two things that we can talk about. First of all, we spoke in yesterday's video about Marco Reus and the potential of completing Marco Reus SBC. I'm pretty certain I don't want to do that now, because for the same price as that Marco Reus, who would just be another attacker in my team, we could do instead Sol Campbell's Prime Icon. And Sol Campbell's Prime Icon would be beast. With an Anchor Chem style, he goes to absolutely insane stats. He becomes like a 96 rated centre-back. He's got great reactions and composure, great defending and physical. He'd go to 99 jump or 98 jumping, 99 heading. So for him, for Sol Campbell, I think if he has power header trait as well, he'd be the guy standing at the near corners. He does have power header trait, so he'd be the guy standing at the near post on corners. He would just score so many corner goals, and that's something we're missing. We could also, for the icons, you know, I don't want to just jump into the first two icons that I see, but I think Campbell and Ferdinand together would be great, because what that would allow us to do is it would allow us to actually sell Varane. It would allow us to sell Courtois and sell this guy right here, Lloris. And I'd get about 500k back for all of those three combined. And then after that, we could just use the two centre-backs, and then we could just use the UCL Handanovic that I got upgraded instead. And then outside of that, so basically selling those three items to get Campbell would still leave me, I would spend about 100, 200,000 coins. Obviously, I've got a lot of untradeable items. I've got a lot of red cards I can use, and we'd get some packs back. And then outside of that, we could then do Ballack without needing to use Makalele. And the reason for that is because the icons now are coming down in price because EA have released Sol Campbell. So in terms of price, let's sort by price, PS price. In terms of price, the current PlayStation market, we're already down to 700k for icons, and people are going to continually undercut. So it wouldn't surprise me if we went down to 650, 600k for these icons. So we could do Michael Ballack for around less than 1 million if we use Makalele, and around 1.5 million if we don't use Makalele, and then obviously we get the packs back. So I could effectively have 4 icons in the squad. I don't really know what I want to do with it. Now, of course, we've had some big upgrades to a lot of cards. Milinkovic-Savic has had a very tasty upgrade. Sadly, we just don't really use him because we can't. But again, with all the icons I would have, he would be able to go in. Jonathan Tah's upgrade is immense Fantastic centre-back there. When we compare him, in fact, to Varane, I don't... Hey, listen, I'm not going to sit here and try and explain to you guys and say Varane isn't a good card, because Varane is absolutely phenomenal. We were extremely fortunate to pack him. He's got insane pace, great defending, good physicals. We played over 550 games we played with Rafa Varane. That's exceptional. When you compare him to Tar, same defending, less physical, and way more pace, but Jonathan Tah has much better reactions, much better physicals in terms of strength. Obviously, for stamina, he doesn't. Stamina, he's way lower. And then if we had obviously Ferdinand and Campbell as well, we'd have options in the back, and then obviously Fardman we could use as well. So even in a team like this, like I could put Fardman there, I could put Jonathan Tah here, and now the only difference, the only anomaly here is Alonso. So we could use these new players, right? That's definitely an option. I'm liking the look of these upgrades right now. I've gone for a Premier League squad, as I said. We've got a decent enough bench. I do want to get a couple more cards on the bench. I want to get that Pato onto the bench. But I want to show you guys the reason why I'm building the Premier League team is because the upgrades on these cards, it's only a +1 on some of the cards, but they've actually boosted the stats by more than +1, which is great from EA. I really thought that they were going to do people dirty with these upgrades. I want to take him and I want to take him. So this is the bench that we're going to have. But in terms of the actual squad, we've got Lloris in goal, Laporte and Ferdinand in defence. Now, Laporte, we played within the last game. It's a good card. It's just a little bit slow. Okay, it's a little bit slow. I don't think it's value for the SBC. Obviously, we used Pogba and Sané to get him. He goes to 97 slide tackle, 98 stand tackle, 95 marking, 97 heading, and 92 interceptions with 88 jumping, 89 strength, and 87 aggression. So his stamina's a little low. His reactions are good enough. Obviously, they're better than Varane's. His composure isn't the best, but it's okay. His passing is okay. He's just a little slow. And the fact that he's only 6'2" as well, that's a small problem, but nothing in the first 10 games of FUT Champs doesn't matter. We're going to play Robertson at right back, so he's actually going to be off chem and using a left footer at right back. I could use Lala out here on 7 chem or 8 chem actually, and just link him with either Laporte or Ferdinand, or I could do a different formation and get Lala onto 10 chem, but I don't necessarily care. I'll use Robertson on 7, or what is it, 7 chem? Yeah, 7 chem for a few games. And then at left back, we've got Alonso. Now, his upgrade is mammoth. Takes him to 97 slide tackle, 91 stand, 92 marking, 89 heading, and 92 interceptions. With that 93 stam, his passing is very good. His curve is great. His crossing is great. His reactions and ball control are great. His pace is now much, much better. I think he got a +3 pace upgrade. So 91 sprint speed and 88 acceleration. Obviously, the downsides to him is his agility and balance isn't great. So he's going to feel a lot slower, a lot tankier than what his pace would suggest. And with that high work rates, he's going to, even with that massive stamina, he's still going to burn real quick. So that's why I wanted to take Juan Fran on the bench, but it's a good upgrade. We then got Sterling, Aubameyang, De Bruyne that we've all seen, Kante. The reason why in this Premier League team I'm using Kante and Ferdinand is obviously Kante played for... Kante, I keep saying Kante. Makalele, Chelsea French centre mid, right? I'm getting confused. Makalele played for Chelsea, and of course Rio Ferdinand spent his career pretty much in the Premier League the whole way through. We're going to use Lucas on this right-hand side. Again, there's some problems with this card with stamina, reactions being a problem as well, which is why we've given him the Maestro. Sniper probably would better suit him, but I want to boost that short passing and such as well. In fact, Sniper probably would be a much better chem star for him. Let me just add a Sniper to him and have a look to see if I get a better feel with Sniper. Sniper probably one of the most used chem stars this year. Boosts his dribbling and shooting. I don't care about his physical really. That boosts his composure nicely. His dribbling and ball control, his reactions, agility, balance, his finishing up to 95, his positioning up to 92. It's actually very, very good, especially then when we could say to ourselves, we've got Sané, Jesus, Sturridge, Pato, Hernandez, all of these are subs. And then another big boost for Henrik Mkhitaryan. This is a great boost. I just like this card a lot. 5-star, 4-star, which is fantastic. He's just got great stats, great stamina, a little low on composure, a little too low for my liking. But again, we've got subs that we can bring on in those tough games where I need someone that's more composed. Having 2 5-star weak foot players on my team, plus Aubameyang, this team is, I just feel good with this team. The one downside to this team, however, is the fact that I only have 1 CDM. And so normally when I play with a 4-2-3-1, we usually have Paul Pogba in there. Now, if I wanted to throw Paul Pogba in there, I'd have to not use Mkhitaryan or not use Aubameyang or not use De Bruyne or not use Sterling or Lucas. Now, I could use Torreira and Pogba, play, Aubameyang and Mkhitaryan. No, I want the pace. I need the pace. So we're going to go back to the Premier League. We're going to go back to our special cards. Obviously, I've got Anthony Martial in there as well. We're going to take this Torreira card now. We're going to actually throw him onto the bench instead of... Let's pop him on there instead of Gabriel Jesus. And that means that we're not going to be able to use the 4-2-3-1. So what I thought I might use in this game, this weekend right here, is either the 4-4-2, because we could play Aubameyang and potentially Sterling up front, or Aubameyang and De Bruyne up front, which wouldn't be too bad, and then play Sterling and Lucas on the wings. I've enjoyed the 4-4-2 a little bit, or we could play the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, play Makelele in at CDM. The downside to this, though, means that I'd have to play De Bruyne and Mkhitaryan as my two centre mids. The upside to that would be that they would be two centre mids with 5-star weak foots, good stam, good stats, and it could be... I can't even get onto Mkhitaryan there. It could be quite enjoyable. Look at that. I'm pressing up and it won't take me to De Bruyne. This game is so dumb. So we could play like this, Sterling and Aubameyang up front, Lucas in at cam, Mkhitaryan and De Bruyne here. So I'm going to, basically, I'm going to play with this. We're going to start with this. If I change anything, I'll let you guys know. But this is going to be the end of the intro. We're going to get into some Foot Champs gameplay now, guys. 5-6 games, something like that. And yeah, let's get into it and talk more about FUTMAS and what good things we could put into our team and where we're going to go. I will be right back. Okay, guys, as we get into the gameplay, some comments from the comment section is going to be coming pretty soon. But first and foremost, I just want to talk about the team that I've been using. Even though I do very well in these games that you're about to see here, I don't like this team at all, and I don't know whether that's because I'm used to playing with the team that I'm playing with, or if it's because the players are bad, or if it's because I'm just playing bad, or whatever. But I don't think... I'm just not enjoying playing with the... I mean, we moved away from the French team, as you saw. I just wasn't enjoying playing with this team. I bought Torreira on every game as well. I don't mind him. I don't think he's like super great or anything like that. A lot of people are raving about him in the comment section as well. I don't think he's like super great, but yeah, it's a weird one for me. I've been slipping into this mode of complaining a lot again about FIFA, and I haven't been here for a long time. I've been really like positive and like just not really caring about my results, and it's helping me play better. And the last couple of weeks, I've been slipping into this session again where every loss or everything that doesn't go my way, I'm just getting like just angry at the game or frustrated, and it is impacting how I'm feeling, it's impacting how I'm playing, and it's impacting my content, and I don't like it. And I tried to like look back and think, what's changed? What changed? And when we first started this account, obviously there was lots of reasons why I would struggle. We're using a first owner account. We're behind the curve. We didn't have a well-balanced team. For the first, 3 or 4 weeks, we had such a bad balance in our team. Basically, until we got Makelele, our team was just so imbalanced. It was just horrendous. And then I started getting better results. I started getting into Elite, and I was just happy. I was happy to get Elite. I thought the rewards were great, and I'm like, yeah, I'm an Elite player again. I'm really happy with that. When I started hitting Elite 2 every week, we hit Elite 2 3 weeks out of 4, and on the 1 week that we didn't hit it, we got 24 wins and 6 losses. But when I started hitting Elite 2 every week, I started putting back in my own head, and this doesn't come from anyone but me. This is all entirely my problem and my fault. I started saying, telling myself again that, ooh, I could get Elite 1 again now. Now, all of a sudden, the results meant so much. And when the results mean so much, I just started playing so bad. And I started caring about every loss. Because, like after the end of, let's say on my main account, my Xbox account, I lost the first game. And I was so frustrated because I'm like, right now, the opportunity for me to get 30 wins is gone. Not that I think I'm good enough to get 30 wins at this stage in the game, but the opportunity to get 27 wins is just incredibly less likely. And so on this account, let's say I go 10-1. If I win that next game, 11-1, I'm like, holy moly, like we're in for a good run here. If I go 10-2 though, I'm like, god damn it, that's another loss towards, like I can only afford 5 losses per week if I want to keep getting Elite 2, and I've already got 2. And I shouldn't look at it that way. And when I was hitting Elite 3 constantly, I wasn't looking at, oh no, that's another loss towards 7, although that's another loss towards 7. I was just taking every game as it came, focusing on my gameplay and making sure I played my best. But now, when one thing goes wrong against me in a game, whether it's just a bad shot that should go in that doesn't, or a lucky goal that my opponent scores, I'm turning around and just getting so frustrated and angry that I'm starting to go all-out attack really early on. I'm starting to rush my attacking players. I'm starting to switch into my defenders and pull them out of position. And by getting better results, I'm actually playing worse because I'm putting pressure on myself. So I want to remove that pressure from myself, and I want to just go back to just being like, hey, whatever we get, we get. You know, it doesn't matter if we get gold 1, we get gold 1. If we get elite, we get elite. But I'm not going to keep focusing on the result. I'm going to focus on the game, you know. So just wanted to talk to you guys about that. First comment we got is from Emil Heskey. He says, Torreira is an absolute unit. He's been phenomenal for me, and I've started 12-2, my best ever start. I don't disagree that he's a good card, you know. He's got some real good stats. I think he would be better as a like a box-to-box midfielder rather than a CDM. But there's for me, and hey, I haven't played with him enough to make an informed opinion, right? I just haven't. But when I look at his card, you know, I just look at the fact that he's really short. He has a 3-star weak foot. His jumping and heading is woeful. Like some of the worst I've seen. 54 jumping, 34 heading. And then he's got really bad slide tackle as well, but that's kind of irrelevant. And he's got low strength as well, which I do think is relevant in that midfield. If you apply an anchor chem style to him, he does go to an 88 CDM, but there's just so many better players out there, in my personal opinion, you know. He's got relatively low reactions. His passing is okay, but his vision is quite terrible. Like, for me personally, this is the card that you'll have fun with in those games where you're just against people that are way worse than you. But when it comes to it, when it comes to crunch time, when you come up against that player who's very good or that team that's just insane, Torreira is going to be the kind of guy that will just let you down. And so I don't know if I'm going to be playing with him all that much. Jay Williams says, get Ballack instead of Royce. I do want to get another icon ASAP. I love the look of Sol Campbell, man. I think Sol Campbell looks fantastic. We've actually got a comment. From where is it? Kurt Z, and Kurt Z says, is Sol Campbell worth it? I need an icon centre back so I can get full chem. I have good players which make it at least 200k cheaper. I think so, dude. For me, like, again, I haven't played with him in game, so I might get his loan card and go from there. But 85 pace with an anchor, 98 defending and 94 physical. He literally becomes a 95 rated centre-back with almost perfect defending, 99 slide, 98 stand, 99 mark, 99 heading, 94 interceptions. His physicals go to 99 aggression, 99 strength and 98 jumping. And the fact that he has power header trait with 98 jumping and 99 heading, he will score so many near post corners. I can't even explain to you how good he'll be. He has great reactions at 87. The biggest downside for Sol Campbell is that he has terrible passing. So winning the ball and then trying to get it out is going to be a problem. But I personally think Sol Campbell is amazing without playing with him. So we'll do his loan for tomorrow's episode, and we'll go from there. But yeah, for me, I love the look of Sol Campbell. But as I was explaining, I want to just wait and see what other icon SBCs come to see who else I can put in my squad, because centre-back isn't really the most important thing for me right now. I think what we're missing is we really need to improve that final cam spot. You know, De Bruyne at centre-cam is brilliant. Mbappe as one of my other cams is brilliant. Aubameyang at striker is brilliant. It's that other cam. We've tried so many players. We've tried Sterling. We've tried Sané. We've tried Martial. We've tried Mkhitaryan. And I might go back to Mkhitaryan on fire on 7 chem as well. You know, we've tried Sturridge. We've tried Chicharito. We've tried Pato. We've tried so many players. We've tried Suarez out there. Like, we've tried Coutinho out there. We've tried Gareth Bale out there. We've tried so many players. And I can't find the one that just makes the team feel great, you know? I'm wondering if that Marcus Rashford might be the one. I don't necessarily think it's too great value for money, the Marcus Rashford SBC, but as has been pointed out to me, it's one SBC, it's cheaper than what Sterling's FUTMAS SBC was. Rashford is currently 130k, and once you apply a sniper chem style to him, he's nice and tall, 6'1", 4-star, which is great, with great pace, great agility, great finishing and positioning, good stamina, good reactions after the sniper's given, 97 finishing, 90 positioning. Like, I might just do him to try him. You know, it might be the one where I'm like, okay, he just might be the guy that is the missing link. And if he's not the guy that's the missing link, it will be a waste of 130,000 coins, maybe a bit less, because I think you need to put in a what is it, 2 ones to watch items or 2 informs, and we've got a few lying around that we, you know, are relatively cheap. But basically, you know, I might do Rashford and give him a shot. What do you guys think? And if we can then get Campbell and Ballack in the team as well, like I even might do Ballack and play him instead of Pogba, his loan. I know his loan's expensive, but it might still be worth it. Yeah, so that's where we are with that. We're still, you know, Campbell might not be the primary choice, but if we could do Campbell SBC for like 700k plus whatever we get back from the packs, it's then an icon that we've got for a future icon SBC. If we decide to get rid of Campbell in the future. Jean-Francois Dubé, what a great name, says, hey Neb, I don't think SBCs will be upgraded by winter upgrades. Just look at last year. Well, last year they did get upgraded by winter upgrades. Specifically from memory, Hector Bellerin got upgraded, his FUTMAS card. And I know for a fact that Edison Cavani's League SBC went from a 91 to a 92 because he was one of my favourite strikers in the game last year for a long period of time. So they will get upgraded. It's just whether or not EA decide to upgrade them, and then whether or not they decide to upgrade the SBC card. You know, there's no rhyme or reason. Somebody said to me on Twitter, you know, the thing you got to remember and understand is that it's not just does this guy get an upgrade that is what you're contending with. It's does EA then also upgrade the card that you've got. So, for example, Raheem Sterling, 85 right wing, he might go up to an 86 right wing. They might not touch any of his special cards. Or they might put him up to an 87 right wing, and all of his special cards might get upgraded. You know, with Torreira, people are expecting a big upgrade for him to like an 82 or an 83 rated card, which would see this FUTMAS card potentially go up to an 85 or an 86 and be absolutely amazing. But then what if they just decide, okay, we're actually not upgrading SBCs from ratings refresh this year, only the pack pulled cards. So we don't know. So it is always a risk, but yeah, it's an interesting risk, isn't it? And that is where we're going to have to end for comments today. So after the games here, guys, I finished 7-1. I'm relatively happy with how I played in the end games there. This team, I started to gel with it a little bit more. Not really my favourite team that I played with, so we're going to make some changes for the next episode. But this is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rate, and comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace. 6-1.